Hi, what's up? Welcome to our new, very exciting Projection 3D video tutorial. Today we'll create and animate this cool Ropeway scene. Now this tutorial is pretty detailed, so make yourselves comfortable and let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I will drag the main image from my tutorial asset folder over here. Then I'll create a new 920 by 1080 comp and click OK. Drag it to the timeline. Cool, and now for the camera. With camera tool, I'll put it in the right position. Let's show hidden layers. Now I'll select helper grid and press S, disable scale on all axes, and increase the grid along the Z. And now along the X. Maybe just move backward along Z with the camera. Some more. Okay, that's enough. Hide helper grid. Now select both camera and image and create projection. Now let's make 3 copies. Okay, double click projection scene 3. Disable left side of the grid. Now we'll only need the back and the bottom side. Okay. Now let's scale the back side a little bit. Looks like we're done here. And now let's replace projection scene 3 right away. Select BG. Okay, looks like the environment of our scene is complete. Double click projection scene 2. Copy projection scene 3 bottom plane and paste it here. So we now need to generate position of the front hill. Look, this is the top. And now we should find the bottom of the hill, or just to have a rough idea where it's supposed to be. Let's generate position somewhere over here. And we'll go ahead and create a plane right over there. Okay, so now I'll move it over to the left to cover the image. And check it out from the top. Look, this is our bottom plane. And this is the plane for the hill. So I'll duplicate it. And then move back the second one along Z. So using camera tool, I'll move the camera back a little more. Now, if you notice the orientation of the hill, you'll see how it's tilted a little bit. So it seems like we also need to tilt our plane. Like so. Now I'm going to switch to active camera view. And drag like this to cover the entire image. We don't need this bottom plane anymore. Okay, select this one. And let's just draw a quick mask along the outline of the hill. Alright, good. Click M to see the mask. Then copy it. And paste it on the front plane over here. Adjust the mask like this. Great. Now select both planes, go to Tools, open Mask Modeler, create surface. Cool, let's check it. Yep, we're done here. Let's go to the main comp now. Okay, now we should replace our projection image in the second scene. Replace and choose this image called Front Hill. I can use clean edges to get rid of these white areas. Notice how the trees change their color. We should definitely fix that, so change screen color to red. And reduce screen balance to 0. And let's see. Great, we brought back the original. Now let's animate our camera. So add keys on position and point of interest. Then I'll go to the end of the comp, and using camera tool, I'll create some movement. And to make it render quicker, I'll reduce resolution by half. So let's go to render settings and increase shadow map resolution to its maximum value. Now, obviously, don't forget to do the same in other comps. Okay, let's pre-render and see. I think it looks great, and we did it right away. Creating scenes behind the scenes, I only got it from the third try. So if you guys see that your front hill turned out too stretched or too flat, go to the second comp and disable or delete the hill model and switch to top view. Now, if your hill is too flat, you increase the distance between the planes. And if it's stretched, decrease it. And then fix the masks and select both planes and create the surface again with Mask Modeler. But it looks okay now, so we can go on. Let's see it in full screen. Yeah, very well. Okay, double click first scene. And let's create this mask. So I'll copy the front hill from here and paste it in the first scene. Don't forget to increase shadow map resolution in this comp. Now I'll switch to custom view. This is our hill model. And we should find position of the mast. And it looks like it's right here. And we need to create a plane right over here. Or you can just copy it from another scene and paste it there. Let's copy this one. Paste it here. Switch eyeball. And delete this mask. Move it like this. And mask the mask. So switch to active camera and do that. And it's done. Now we can delete the hill. We don't need it anymore. Go to main comp. And as you can see, part of the cabin was projected onto the mast. So to fix that, we need to create another projection copy. So add a scene, cut the mast from the first projection scene and paste it in the new comp. Put it here and change the name to mast. Okay, now replace projection image. Select the one called mast. Great, now it looks okay. Let's pre-render and see what we get. Looks great, and also physically correct. Now the next step is to do the cables. Okay, so copy mast, put it in projection scene 1. Generate position, right over here, and create a plane there. Let's have a custom view. Rotated 90 degrees. Good, let's see. Yes, everything looks right. Now we have to mask the part of the cable. Cool, switch to top view. Both vertices should be on the same plane and they should be put there horizontally. Okay, now open Surface Modeler. Select vertex, get it. Select another one and get it as well. Create polygon. Great. Drag them down. Some more. Cool. Let's see it from active camera view. All right, now with rotation tool, rotate it like this. All right, let's see if everything is okay. Yes, see how one part ends and another begins? Okay, now let's drag these vertices over to this cabin over here. We should create several polygons here. This will be the right thing to do, but we don't actually need the exact 3D copy. All we need is to just make the scene look correct during playback. So if we can skip something somewhere, we'll just do that. So by adding new vertices on the mask, we can repeat the curvature of the cable. Good. Let's switch to top view. Fix position of this vertex. Now also let's see from the left. Now look, the cable must always go up. Okay, switch to top view now. Get vertices and make a new polygon. Stretch it and switch to active camera. As you can see, we need to tilt it up along the X. Switch the eye and do that. Great, now fix the vertices. Now looking from the top, keep on fixing it. Cool. Now we won't stretch it until we get to the next wagon. So we should only adjust it. Okay, let's create another polygon. Stretch it. Let's switch this on. And switch to active camera. Okay guys, let's tilt it up a little using rotation tool. Great. Disable this eyeball to work faster and stretch the mask over to the next wagon, like this. Then add new vertices and adjust the mask. Repeat the curvature of the cable. Great, this one's done. Switch to top view. Adjust this vertex. And let's make one more. Get him. Make a polygon. Stretch the mask and switch to active camera. Switch the eye and tilt it up. Great. Now stretch the mask so that it covers the entire cable. Also, we can now add new vertices and adjust the mask. And it seems like our left cable is ready. Very well. Now let's create the right one. Select the mast and generate position right here. Create a plane over there. Rotate 90 degrees along X. Cool. Now I'll draw a mask. Let's see it from the top. Adjust and get this vertex. Get another vertex and create a polygon. Okay, select these and stretch the mask. Then switch to left view to check. I guess we should tilt it up. A little more. Okay, now we can stretch it over to the next wagon. Adjust vertices. Let's add new ones. And let's have a look from the top. Okay, let's add new polygon now. Stretch it. Now switch to left view. Also, we should tilt it up. So select rotation tool and do that. Rotate a little more. Okay, let's see. Good. Let's stretch it even more. Add new vertices. Adjust. Great, that's done. Let's switch to top view. Okay, this one's ready. Let's create a new polygon now. Stretch it. And let's have a look at it from the left. Okay, it's in the right place. No need to do anything. So I'll switch to active camera now. Here we should adjust vertices and stretch the mask to cover the entire cable. Let's drag vertices to the very top, like so. Good. Let's see from the left. Parts of the left. And parts of the right. Maybe we just need to tilt the last one up a little more. Cool. Switch to active camera view. Adjust vertices again. And add new ones over here to cover the cable. Great, our cables are ready. Okay, so we don't need this mask anymore. Let's go to the main comp. Pre-render. And see what we get. Looks great, doesn't it? Everything moves correctly. Okay, we're done with this part. So now it only remains to add wagons and our scene will be complete. So I'll head over to projection scene 1. Select the far end of the cable. Now I'm going to generate position on the cable right here. Then I'll go to File, Import Image, and choose the image of our cabin. Double click it and change anchor point position like this. Go back to the first scene. Now as you can see, our cabin is in the right place. So let's scale it down a little bit. And now let's check it from the main comp. Great. Now it's where we need it to be. So go ahead and select this part of the cable and generate position. So just like before, go to File, Import Image, and choose your wagon. Fix anchor point position. Go back to projection 1. Click S, scale it up, set it to 60. and maybe just correct it a little bit more. Cool, let's check it. And this one's also ready. Now let's not think about this cabin over here for now. And let's try to focus on the others. So let's make this one now. Try and find the part of the cable from which the cabin is hanging down. Generate position. For the right cable, select the second image. Fix anchor point position. Reduce the scale. No, that's not enough. Not bad, but let's set it to 28. Okay, let's check it. Great. On to the next one. Disable this. And generate position over here for the second wagon. Import image. Fix anchor point. Reduce the scale. Set it to 40. Cool. Let's see it. Excellent. It looks like it's done. Now let's just make the last one. Generate position here. Import image. Fix anchor point. And increase the scale to maybe 70. Yeah, that's great. And it's ready. Now for the last one. For this one, we'll create a 3D model and apply independent object. So to make it, let's first create position. And then, using generate plane from points, we'll create a plane on that position. Cool. Now we need to draw the mask along the outlines of the wagon there. Okay, done. Now duplicate it. Let's move the second one back. But first, let's move anchor point over to the center. And also move it back. Good. Adjust the mask. Excellent. Now select both layers and open the Mask Modeler. Create surface. Enable this. Duplicate it. Move anchor point to the center. And move it back over to the middle of the cabin. Mask the top. Okay, now click MM and delete the first mask. Also delete this layer. Now select these three and group them. And our model is ready. Now make it independent, go to the main comp, and add a new scene. We'll call it wagon. Double click, go to projection scene 1 and move the model over to the wagon comp. Then go to Tools, Independent Object. Now we can rotate and scale and move it. Okay, we're done with that. So let's pre-render and see what we have now. Yeah, looks very nice. Everything seems to be in order. If you want, you can switch to left view and see the way cabins are hanging down. Yes, very well. It looks okay now. And the nearest cabin will be right over here. Okay, we did it. Now we should animate it, give it some movement. Cabins on the left side should come forward and move away on the right. So first let's delete camera movement and we'll animate it again in the end. As you can see, there is no more movement. This will make it easier for us to animate the cabins. All right, let's begin. So I'll go to projection scene 5 with the nearest cabin in it, copy and move it to the first scene. I'll press P, add key on that position, then go to the end of the comp, and switch to left view to drag the wagon right along the cable. Switch to top view. Fix it. All right, let's see. Okay, so now I'll copy this key and I'll go to the wagon comp, press P, add a key, go to the end and paste the key we just copied. Cool. Let's move down a little bit. Okay, it's done. I'll go back to the first scene. I'll delete this, don't need it anymore. And now let's animate this one. So add a key, go to the end and switch to top view. And just drag it along the cable. And a little over to the left. Let's see. Maybe that was too much. Switch to left view. Drag it back a little bit. Good. Let's see it again. Okay, moving on to the next one. Add a key on position, go to the end and switch to left view. Then drag it right along the cable. Switch to top view, adjust position, and now let's have a look at it from active camera. Alright, this one's also ready. Now let's head over to the right side. Add a key, go all the way to the end, switch to left view, drag it to the left, and let's see from active camera. Okay, so maybe we need to move it a little over to the right. Cool. Moving on to the next one. Add a key, switch to left view. So guys, I think these last two cabins are too close to one another. So let's move this one to the right a little more. Adjusted. Switch to left view. And move it to the left. Perfect. Let's check it out now. Move it a little. Okay, great. Let's animate the last one. Switch to left view. Now, before putting any animation keys, let's bring this wagon closer to the camera. Switch to top view. Adjust it. All right, let's see. I think we should bring it even closer. Let's see again. That's better. So add a key on that position and go to the end of the comp and move away from the camera. Check it from the top. Well done. The last one is complete. Let's go to the main comp now. See, they all move. The ones on the left move towards the camera, and the ones on the right move in a completely separate direction. Awesome. Let's animate. Create movement using camera tool. All right, that's done. Let's pre-render. Switch to full resolution. Pre-render again, and let's see. We'll switch to full screen. And as you can see, it looks very nice. And here's another thing. To make it look more realistic, let's add these elements here. Otherwise, it might make you wondering why there are no cables and wagons behind the mast. Like, how could that be? So go to projection scene 4, where we have our mast. Select it. Now let's quickly just draw a mask along the outlines of the cable and the wagon. And also mask this cable over here. Perfect. I think that's enough. Let's have a look from the main comm. Yeah, now we can see them. Also, we could sharpen the scene, I guess. So I'll make an adjustment layer for that. And set this amount to 10. And let's see how it looks. Well, I guess that's fine. Turned out great, actually. Alright guys, that's all for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully it taught you some useful things and that now you know something new. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next time.